Hi friends. Last night's presidential debate is on everyone's mind, including mine. But I'm not going to talk about that today. You're welcome. I want to talk about fear, anxiety, and faith. Fear is a complex emotion. It can be good when it warns us of danger or when it helps us to make responsible or healthy choices. It can be bad when it clouds our thinking or when it immobilizes us. When fear is not in response to a specific situation, but is in anticipation of a future event or more generalized or maybe even a personality trait, then that's called anxiety. Fear and anxiety are very closely related, and we often use them interchangeably. Fear and anxiety are emotions. Emotions come and go, and we cannot control emotions. Fear and anxiety might be triggered by a stressful situation or a memory or even a chemical imbalance in your brain or body. Although we cannot control emotions, we can control how we react and respond to them. So in the case of fear and anxiety, some healthy ways to respond might be relaxation techniques, psychotherapy, medication, meditation, or prayer. There are some people who say that if you have strong faith, you'll never be frightened or anxious. I say baloney. People of faith experience emotions just like everybody else. Fear is a natural response to trouble. Anxiety is a natural response to uncertainty. Welcome to being human. Faith does not immunize us from human emotions. It doesn't filter out the negative ones. The difference that faith makes is in how we react and respond. One way to look at it is to think that we have two fundamental choices of how to respond to fear and anxiety. One is to shrink back. The other is to connect closely. Just the body language tells you which focuses on fear and which focuses on faith. When we are faced with a frightening or uncertain situation, if we shrink back into ourselves, then we're cutting ourselves off from any help or support from anyone else, including God. We are essentially deciding to power through it or suffer through it on our own. And usually suffer through it is more like it. If when we are frightened or anxious, we reach out and connect with other people or with God, we're calling on power that is outside of us, strength that is beyond our own. And we may still suffer, but we won't do it alone. In 1 John chapter 4, verses 16 and 18, it says, God is love, and those who abide in love abide in God, and God abides in them. There is no fear in love. Perfect love casts out fear. To be fearless in faith does not mean that we ignore scary things or that we never experience fear and anxiety. It does mean that when we are anxious or afraid, we don't shrink back and cut ourselves off from God and from the people we love. Instead, we reach out to and connect with them so that we can get through it together. If you are feeling afraid or alone, please reach out to someone you trust. My contact information is at the end of this video, and God's prayer line is always open. Thanks for listening. I'll see you again soon.